Hello everyone, welcome back. Severed is here, coming back with part 5 of What If Deku Had a Shadow Quirk. Now, where we last left off, Izuku and Rappa has gone on the hunt for the Gang Orca. And after Izuku and Rappa managed to kill Gang Orca, Izuku has gone into Black Mask to complete his part of the deal, which is kill Gang Orca, and Black Mask will gonna give Izuku $10 million. And after that, Izuku put a plan for Suzy to be, a spy for him on UA he want to kill someone there, and a couple of people in UA should be dead in his eyes. And after that, Suzy has gone into the entrance exam, and she managed to save Uraka from under the zero pointer. And after that, she gone back to the hideout and told Izuku about a couple of people with the quirks that she think they will gonna go into the entrance exam. And now we continue. After 1 week from that happened, Izuku, Suzy, and Rappa right now just sitting in the hideout. Rappa, as always, fighting against the robot that, the training robot inside the hideout, and Suzy and Izuku playing video games. And after a couple of minutes from playing, Izuku got a message from UA, as Izuku said, "Hey Suzy, looks like your letter from UA has finally come." As Suzy said, "Well, that's great. Where should I get it?" As Izuku said, "Well, I told put your house in a far place than here, so you will have to go into Hoso City and take the ladder. It will be in front of this house and this coordinates." As Suzy said, "Okay, I will gonna come back very soon." As Suzy put on her mask and just jumping on the roofs and finally got the ladder. And after she come back into the hideout, she said, "Izuku, there's the ladder." As Izuku said, "Okay, let's open it up. Rappa, do you want to watch this?" As Rappa said, "I don't care, I'm training. Because in the next time I need to defeat you." As Izuku said, "Sure thing, Rappa, keep training." And after that, Suzy said, "Well, let's open it up. I'm really excited." As Izuku and Suzy opened the letter up, and after that, Izuku seeing a little hologram device, as he said, "This must be a hologram device. Let's start the message." As he press on a button in the middle of the device, as the device starts making a hologram of All Might, as Izuku getting angry, but he makes sure to doesn't show this anger, as the hologram of All Might said, "Well, Suzy, congratulations on getting the first place in the entrance exam. You have passed the entrance exam with flying colors, and you even helped a girl that she was in danger to save her from under the rubbles. And that's show me that you have a heroic nature inside of you, Suzy. I am All Might happy to say these next words. Welcome to your Hero Academia." And after that, the device stopped the hologram and the recording, as Suzy jumped from happiness saying, "Izuku, I got into UA. We can continue the plan, right? Right?" As she looking at Izuku with a big smile, but Izuku just pumping his fist together and he's looking angry. As Suzy said, "What's wrong, Izuku?" As Izuku stand up and got hold of the device, the hologram device, and throw it above him and then shoot a dark light on it. As Susie said, "What's wrong, Izuku? Are you okay?" As Izuku said, "I'm fine. It's just I hate him. He's the one that turned me into this." As he looked on his hand, which is right now covered with darkness. As Susie said, "So you hate All Might?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, he's the one that made me lose control and go haywire in the on the news. You remember when the fight between me and All Might?" As Susie said, "Oh yeah, so you was out of control there?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, and I." And after that, Izuku said, "Forget it already. Well, you need to get prepared into UA. Okay, Susie?" As Susie said, "Okay, and I will gonna get you all the information that you need. But first of all," as she blushes and said, "you have told me that you will gonna take me on hero hunt after I end from my entrance exam, right?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, that's right. So, do you want to go tonight?" As Susie jumped, smiled at him, happy, and said, "Yeah, yeah, please, tonight. It will be a good timing." As Izuku said, "Well then, see you tonight." As Susie in her mind saying, "I will gonna go on a date with him. I'm really happy that I can go alone with him in the night." Susie, Susie, put this thought out of your mind. You like him, but not don't think like that. At least not yet." And after that, in the night, Izuku wearing his mask, which is basically this, put it on his face, and Susie wearing her mask, which is this, and both of them just get out of the place. As Izuku said, "Rappa," as Rappa said, "Yes, boss." Izuku continues saying, "You are in charge of the place, and me and Susie will gonna go on a hero hunt for tonight, so stay here and protect the place, and please don't destroy anything." As Rappa said, "Alright, boss." And after that, Izuku and Susie leaves. And while Izuku and Susie jumping on the roofs, Susie said, what hero are we gonna go to hunt down, Izuku?" As Izuku said, "I really don't know. I was just thinking about going around and killing random heroes and some villains, or finding people that we might actually recruit." As Susie said, "Okay, come come after me. I know a place that have a lots of heroes." As Izuku start jumping after Susie, and after a couple of minutes, Susie stopped on the top of a building, and Izuku come close to her as he said, "Where is the hero, Susie?" As Susie said, "You will gonna find it there." As she pointed on a mall. As Izuku said, "That's a mall." As Susie said, "Well, yeah, I was wanting us to go out, but who said it's supposed to be a hero hunt?" As Izuku said, why are you even getting me here? Do you want to buy something?" As Susie said, "You can say that I want to go with you on a date." As Izuku said, what did you said?" As Susie said, "Please, just let's us have fun like normal people. I mean, I I mean we are villains, but that doesn't mean that we should always whenever we go out we should just kill villains and heroes. So let's just have a normal night." Smiling at Izuku after she take down her mask, as Izuku said, "Okay, Susie. Well, let's get down into the alleyway and take out our masks. Our masks." As Susie said, "Okay." And after that, Izuku and Susie take off their hoodies and mask. Izuku hair is black and his eyes black because Corrupted has changed his hair and eyes to make sure no one recognize him. So Susie Susie hair is pink and her eyes also kinda wait looking like this as she and Izuku just walking in the mall as Susie said, "Let's go there," pointing on a clothes clothes shop as Izuku said, "Okay." And after a couple of minutes of shopping, eating ice cream, as Susie said, "Well, Izuku, what's your favorite kind of ice cream?" As Izuku said, "Well, I think I like chocolate." As Susie said, "Oh, great, I like strawberry." As Izuku said, "Yeah, much noticed." As Susie said, "What, is it because my hair is pink? You think that I just like strawberry?" As Izuku said, "Well, no, because to be honest, strawberry is colors red, but your hair is pink, and I didn't really expect that." But anyways, let's eat some ice cream as Izuku and Suzy go to eat ice cream and the guy said, "Well, hello there, kids. What how can I serve you?" As Izuku said, "Give me one chocolate ice cream." And Suzy said, "And I give me a strawberry one." As the guy said, "Well then, kids, right in the way." As he start making the ice cream and give it to Izuku and um Susie, as he said, "Well, one of you for you, kid, and one for you, little lady." As Susie said, "Thank you." And after a couple of having fun, playing some games in arcade and eating ice cream, Susie said, it's a very nice night from it's a very nice day. I enjoyed this night with you, Izuku." As Izuku said, "Yeah, it's good to change the mood from time to time." As after that, while they are walking, someone from behind said, "Hey, Susie, is that you?" As Susie looking behind, she see a girl with a brown hair. As she said, "Oh, Oraka, hey!" As they go to say hello to each other, and Oraka said, "I didn't expect to see you here. What are you doing here?" As Susie said, "Well, I have got into Class 1A in UA, so I decided to celebrate." As uh, you know, Uraka said, "Oh, really? I also got into Class 1A, so I also decided to celebrate." "But I see you got someone with you there, Susie." As Susie said, "Oh, yeah, this is Izuku." As Izuku come into Uraka and said, "Hey, hello." As Uraka looking at this saying, hello." And Raka whispered to Susie, said, "Susie, is that your boyfriend?" As Susie blushes and said, not, maybe." As Izuku said, "What are you two girls are talking about?" With an annoyed look on his face. As Uraka said, are you Susie boyfriend?" As Izuku blushes and said, "Boyfriend? Who told you that?" As Uraka said, I mean, you are with Susie here in the mall, so I think that you are her boyfriend." As Izuku said, "I'm not anyone boyfriend, I'm just her friend." As Susie said, "Well, Uraka, um, what are you doing here? And do you have anyone with you?" As Uraka said, "Well, not really. I just come here to buy some clothes and eat something. And do you want to go play a little games?" As Susie said, "Well, I would love to, but we need to leave. Me and Izuku really need to leave. It's getting darker, so the time is... we need to go back to our houses." As Uraka said, "I understand. Well, see you tomorrow in UA, Susie." And Susie said, "Well, okay. Bye, Uraka." As Uraka leaves, and Izuku said, "Well, is that one of your friends?" As Suzy said, "Well, kind of. But of course, I know who are my really my friend." Smiling at Izuku as Izuku said, "So, you told her that I'm your boyfriend, huh?" As Suzy said, "I really didn't tell her. I just um goes has gone with the flow." As Izuku said, "Well, I don't want to go with the flow, just like you. So, let's go back into the hideout." As Suzy said, "Okay." And after that, Izuku and Suzy walking in an alleyway as Izuku said, "Wait, Suzy, I feel something." As Suzy said, "What are you feeling?" As he starts smelling something, said, "Do you smell this?" As Suzy said, start using her quirk, which is killer senses. As she said, "Yeah, it's sound of a burning body." As Izuku said, "Let's see where that smell are coming from." As Izuku and Suzy wearing their, you know, hoodies and their masks, and go where the smell are. As Izuku and Suzy right now on a roof, as they see a guy with a lots of scars on his face and his body with black hair shooting a blue fire out of his hand on a couple of dead bodies. As he said, "Well, looks like you're not gonna be useful to me." As he tried to go another way, saying, "Where should I, where can I find that guy?" As Izuku and Suzy jump from behind, saying, "Well, who are you?" As the guy spin around and shoot blue flames, and after the flames clean off, he doesn't see a thing. As he said, "Huh, looks like I obliterate him from existence." As from behind him, Izuku start touching his shoulder, saying, "Can you come down for a second?" As the guy spin around and starts shooting fire, but Izuku catching his hand and make it shoot on the up in the sky. As he said, "Calm down for a second, I'm here to talk." As the guy said, "Wait, you are you are corrupted, right?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, it's me. So can you can we talk?" As the guy said, "It's really a pleasure to meet you." As Izuku said, "Wait, what?" As the guy said, "My name is Dabi, and you are inspired me to do what I'm doing right now. Because of you, I finally get out of my stupid chains that my father was always putting on me. And right now, I'm trying to do what you are trying to do, killing heroes and start a new aura of villains." As Izuku said, "Well, so your name is Dabi, huh? And what's your quirk?" As Dabi said, "Well, my name, as I just told you, Dabi. My quirk is cremation. I can shoot flames out of my hands and my body. But the side effect that you might already notice it." As Izuku said, "So it's so hot that it's even burn your body, huh?" As Dabi said, "Well, too bad, but this is the truth." As Suzy said, "But you actually looking cool." As Dabi said, "Looking cool? You call this cool?" As Suzy said, "Yeah, you're looking badass, to be honest with you." As Izuku said, "Well, Dabi, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish by running in the street and throwing flames at villains and heroes?" As Dabi said, "Well, I'm trying to do two things: kill heroes and start the new aura of villains. The auras that you started it. And second of all, I'm trying to get revenge on Endeavor." As Izuku said, "So, you are seeking for revenge, huh? I can understand that." Well, Dabi, it's your lucky day. How about you join my team? As Dabi said, your team? Are you making an organization? As Izuku said, yeah. It's not the biggest organization, but I'm building myself. This is Susie. Uh, or he doesn't say Susie. He say this is Legion. She is one of my members, and another one in the hideout waiting there. As Dabi said, well, it will be an honor to work under the hands of you. So I'm agreeing to this. As Izuku said, well, welcome to my team. Come with me. As Dabi, Susie, and Izuku start walking, jumping on the roofs, as Susie just talking with Dabi, and they are just talking together, learning who's Dabi, but not his real name, not that he is the other person, telling them about what he can do and how he got his scars and why does he hate Endeavor and those kind of things. And after that, Izuku and uh, was Legion and Dabi finally got into the hideout, as Dabi right now in the sewers with Izuku and Susie, as Legion, which is basically Susie, said, well, we are here. As Dabi said, that's a wall. As Izuku said, how ironic. I also said the same thing the first time that I come here. As Susie put her hand on the wall and this opened up, revealing this big secret underground hideout. As Dabi said, damn, you really have a nice place here, don't you? Corrupted, as Izuku said. Well, thanks for Legion here. She's the one that finded this place. As Susie said, yeah, I really didn't know how to use it, but since Core come here after I told him about the place, he managed to control it and to hack into the computers and everything. As Dabi just walking down, as he see a big guy fighting a robot, throwing random punches like a machine gun. As he said, Rappa said, hey boss, you come back? Welcome. And who is this guy? As Izuku said, don't worry Rappa, this is Dabi. He is the new member of our team. As Rappa said, well, I wish that he's strong. As Dabi said, so who are you? As Rappa said, name Rappa. I am you can say, the machine gun of this team. As Izuku said, yeah, he's throwing punches like a rocket launcher or something like that. As Dabi said, well, my name is Dabi and I can shoot blue flames out of my hands. It's a pleasure to work with you, Rappa. As Rappa said, well, come here and show me how strong you are. As Izuku said, Rappa, is not the time to fight. As Rappa said, oh, come on, boss. Please. As Dabi said, well, I really doesn't feel like fighting, so sorry. And Izuku said, well, Dabi, welcome to our team. You can have one of the rooms there. As Dabi said, well, what's the name of your team anyways? As Izuku and, Legion, getting a little bit surprised as Izuku said, oh, well, to be honest, I didn't think of a name for our organization. As Dabi said, well, you should think of one soon, because after you become, your organization become bigger and bigger, people will gonna start notice us, so we need a name. As Izuku said, I will gonna think about one later, but right now have fun in the place. And let's stop here a little bit, guys, because I want you to choose a name for the villain team of Izuku. I have some ideas in my mind, but I want to hear your ideas. And if I find a name that I like it, I will gonna put it in the, you know, I will gonna put it as the villain, the name of the villain team of Izuku. And after that, Izuku and Dabi and Rappa and Suzy just having fun eating food and living their lives. And the next day, the Suzy come into Izuku office as she said, Izuku, as Izuku said, "Oh, Suzy, yeah, what is it?" As Suzy said, "Today is my first day of UA, so I'm gonna go." As Izuku said, "Oh, okay, have a nice day out there." As Suzy said, "Okay." And after that, she wear her uniform and take, her bag and go to UA. And after that, she finally got into the doors of UA, and she said, "Okay, Suzy, you can do this. Do it for Midoriya, and you might gonna have another chance with him to go on the night. Maybe this time killing some heroes instead of just going to the mall." As after that, she go inside and go into class 1A. And after that, she said, "This is a big door. Are they expecting giant or somethings or something?" And after that, she opened the door. As the first thing she see is a blonde kid, is a blonde hair kid with a red eyes. As once she see him, she remember what Izuku said. As Izuku said to her, "If you see a kid with a blonde hair and the red eyes, he is Katsuki Bakugo. Stay away from him and don't fight him. And he's the one that I want to kill beside All Might." As Suzy said, "So he's the one that did all those big bad things to Izuku? And he trying to become a hero. He's not better than any villain that I ever fought. He's not better than any villain that I ever saw in my life." As she's seeing a blue-haired kid was scolding him for putting his legs on the desk, but the kid suddenly spin around and go to talk with Suzy. As he said, "I'm really sorry for what I did to you, young lady." As Suzy said, what are you talking about?" As Ida stand up and said, "My name is Tenya Ida, and I saw how you are expected, how President Mike was not gonna give a countdown in the entrance exam. So I am, and I'm, I want to say sorry because of my me just start talking randomly about you and telling Mr. President Mike to kick you out of the entrance exam." As Suzy said, "Oh, it's nothing. I doesn't care at all. And I accept your apology if that will make you happy." And after that, Uraka come from behind saying, "Hey, Suzy." As Suzy said, "Oh, Uraka, hello." As after that, the both of them start talking a little bit, and they hear from behind, "If you want to make friends, then how about you take your ass out of my class?" As Suzy and Uraka look behind, they see a guy with black hair sleeping in a sleeping yellow back. As Suzy said, "Who are you? Are you some sort of homeless guy?" As the guy inside the sleeping bag said, uh, "How about you sit down in your little what they call it? I forgot, desk, and then I will gonna tell you who I am." As Suzy and Uraka sit beside each other, and after that, the guy said, "Well, students, my name is Shota Aizawa, your homeroom teacher, and I will gonna tell you two things. First of all, anyone that If I ever find you talk while I'm out of the class, I will gonna kick your out asses out of UA, understand? And second of all, if I doesn't see a potential in you, I will gonna expel you immediately. As a, after that, a kid with a purple hair said, "You can't just expel us on the first day of our school." As Aizawa said, "You expelled out of here. Take your bag and go to the principal." As the kid said, "Wait, you're not serious." As Aizawa said, "Do I look like I'm joking?" And after that, the kid get out of the class and leave. As Susie said in her mind, "Shit, I need to make sure that I doesn't make him angry, or my plan will gonna just go downwards." And after that, Aizawa take from his back a gym uniform, as he said, "Go to the changing room and put these uniforms on." As um, uh, Uraka was about to say something, but Susie put her hand on her, uh, back and said, and whispered to her, said, "Don't say a thing, just go, let's go." As Susie stand up and take the uniform out of Aizawa's hand and leave the room, as he said, "Well, go after that girl before I kick your asses out of here." As everyone leaves, and the changing room, Susie start changing at Uraka said, "Susie, your body have a lots of scars." As Susie said, "Yeah, I was training hard, but it's not a big problem." As Uraka said, "What kind of training you do?" As Furubi said, "It must be a very hard training because Rabbit, you have a lots of it looks like an scars of out of knives and some slashes." As Susie said, "Don't worry about it. I just go too hard on myself in training." And after that, everyone get out, out on the field. As Aizawa said, "Well, today we are gonna do a Quirk apprehension test, and the last one that, and the last person in the scores, the person that get the you know uh, the ba the person in the last place will gonna get expelled." As he take his phone and said, "Can I have Susie come here?" As Bakugo said, "Why is she coming in first?" As Aizawa said, "She got the highest score in the entrance exam with 19, with 88 villain point and 20 hero point." As Bakugo getting angry, saying, "I've been defeated by a girl, by a pinky hair girl. I'm not gonna take that." As Aizawa said, "Shut up, Bakugo, and sit and stay in your place before I gonna expel you, understand?" As Bakugo said, "Whatever." As Suzy come into in front of Aizawa, as Aizawa throw her a ball and said, "Throw this with much as hard as you can using your quirk, understand?" As Suzy nodded, saying, "Okay." And after that, she used some of her quirk as she started chickling to herself a little bit, saying, as Aizawa hearing this thing in her mind, saying, in his mind, saying, so this is the side effect of her quirk, making her insanity go a lot higher, huh? I'll have to keep my eyes on her. As Susie, with a big smile on her face, leaning behind and then throw the ball with as strong as she can, giving her 567 meters. As Aizawa said, "Impressive. Well, next Next one is as he just start doing the Quirk apprehension test, the speed and the strong, the jumping test and everything. And in the end, Susie got the place number 5 in the scores as she said, "Oh right, that's good. That should keep me in UA." As Aizawa said, "Well, students, congratulations. And I already expelled someone from you, so I just told you that I will gonna expel another one, so you can give all what you got." As everyone gets a little bit relief, and after that, Aizawa said, "Susie," as Susie said, "Yes, Mr. Aizawa? Meet me in the principal office now." As Oraka said, it was nice knowing you." As Susie said in her mind, I can't get expelled. I need to stay in you. Hey, uh, Izuku plan will gonna get destroyed if I just get out of here." As Susie said, "Please, Mr. Aizawa, just I can do better than this." As Aizawa said, "Don't worry, I'm not expelling you. I just there's something that I need to talk with you." As Susie said, "Oh, okay." And after that, Susie go back to the principal office, and she see All Might and Nezu and Eraserhead. As Eraserhead said, "I got her here." As Principal Nezu said, "Well, welcome, Miss Susie." As Susie said, "Oh well, hello, Principal Nezu. What do you want from me?" As Principal Nezu said, "Well, it's not me that wants something, but All Might wants something." As she looking at All Might, she still remember how Izuku hate All Might, so she will gonna hate All Might because anything that Izuku hates, she will gonna hate it also. As she said in her mind, "What does All Might want from me?" As All Might said, Miss Miss Susie, you have shown in the entrance exam such a talented abilities and a very great skills, and you even have putting your life on the line to save a girl from under the rubble. And I saw your big smile that you always kept in your face. And that make me I want to ask you this question. Do you want to become my successor?" As Susie said, "What do you mean?" As after that, All Might buffed down as Susie gets surprised, but All Might explained to her everything. As she said, "Well, I will gonna think about it and I will gonna tell you that tomorrow, okay?" As All Might said, "Well then, meh, Susie, see you tomorrow." As Aizawa said, "Well, Susie, the day of the school has already ended, so tomorrow we will gonna have a hero versus villains exam, so get prepared." As Susie said, "Okay, Mr. Aizawa." And after that, she leave the office and go back to the hideout. As while she walking, she just laughing and very happy, saying, "Oh my God, Izuku will gonna be so happy and filled with joy when he hear what All Might just told me. He will gonna be 100 happy. I'm sure he will gonna be just jumping from happiness." As she finally got into you know, the hideout. As once she go there, she screamed with the loudest sound as she can say, "Izuku!" As everyone, Rappa and Dabi hearing this, Dabi just reading a book, and Rappa's just fighting against Izuku. And after that, Izuku managed to defeat Rappa, as Rappa said, "Ah, again!" As Izuku said, "Oh, Susie, welcome back." As Susie said, I have the happiest thing that you could ever hear in your life." As Izuku said, "What is it?" And after that, she told everyone to sit down and she will gonna tell them about everything. And she told him about All Might injury and everything. As Izuku said, "Well, this will gonna be a good information," as Dabi said. "So you have made him unable to do his hero work for less than 3 hours in the day, huh, Izuku?" As Izuku has already told Dabi about who he is, as he said, "Huh, Midoriya? A Midoriya?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, it's looking like that, so it will be easy to kill All Might, much more easier." As Suzy said, "Just wait, this is not even the happiest thing that I have for you to hear." As Izuku said, "Great, I mean, you are doing very well, Suzy, even better than I expected." As Suzy just saying in her mind, "He's actually happy about me." And she told Izuku that All Might want me to become his successor. As Izuku eyes whiting as he smile, a big grin on his face as he start laughing, saying, and Dabi and everyone start laughing. Even Suzy laughing with them. And after that, Izuku said, "Oh my god, please tell me you are joking." As Suzy said, "No, I'm not joking. All Might want to become his successor and to give me his quirk, one for all." As they just continue laughing, as Izuku said, "Well, do you want it?" As Suzy said, "Well, I come here to ask you because to see if you want me to get it." As Izuku said, standing up and go to Suzy in front of her, as she said, "Come on, Suzy, you can't just wait for me to tell you everything that you do. I want you to decide your own. I want you to decide if you want to take one for all or not." As Suzy surprised by this, as she said, okay, I will gonna tell you if I got it tomorrow or not." As Izuku said, "Well then, see you. Well then, this is a very happy information, and we didn't even started this welcoming party of Dabi." As Dabi said, "It's really not a big deal. I doesn't care about parties." As Izuku said, "Too bad. We should celebrate tonight." As everyone starts celebrating and having fun, eating some cakes and pizza and things like that. And this is where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.